Welcome to this episode of From Pillow to Post. I am Joe White. Got a lot to talk about today. We're going to talk about Roman Reigns. We're going to talk about Baron Corbin, SummerSlam, a little bit of video game news. I'm going to kick things off with Roman Reigns. He did this article, podcast, whatever the case may be, talking about the night after Mania and that reaction that he got. It's the same kind of reaction that Big Cass got this past Monday on Raw. Every time he'd go to pick the microphone up to his face and talk, the crowd would just instantly get louder and louder with the boos and make it to where he couldn't say a word. Roman Reigns is like, I love that having people in the palm of my hand. I even mouthed it. I got them in the palm of my hand. Let me get this straight, and I'll say this for the final time. I said this then. I'm going to say it now. I don't think they expected that type of reaction. So for them to say, and even in this article that I read, he's sitting there saying the producers and the cameraman were giving me the sign to wrap it up, that the segment really went on too far. It dipped into some of the other matches and segments on the show. You didn't hold nobody in the palm of your hand, Roman Reigns. It was a night after Mania card. They would have done that to anybody in your position. That's all I got to say about that. And the fact that they're giving you the sign to wrap it up, and you continue, thereby bumping other people on the show or getting their segments shortened. To me, that's wrong, man. Anyway. Baron Corbin this week on SmackDown lost the Money in the Bank. He cashed in the Money in the Bank briefcase and lost the match. In crazy fashion. Literally got jobbed out in that segment. The match was maybe, 20 seconds long? So he's in the WWE doghouse right now. Baron Corbin got into it with Dave Meltzer this past week on Twitter. And one other guy, I'll mention the guy's name. This guy's name is Mike Gilbert. Apparently he hosts a podcast. Who doesn't these days, right? So Corbin, apparently he has backstage heat for real in the locker room. And then he has heat because apparently he made recent comments toward Dave Meltzer on Twitter. Citing, what matches and promos has Meltzer done. He's an old man who could never do what people on the roster could. And Meltzer fired back, people are firing back at him. Well, I've never been in a movie, so does that mean I'm not allowed to say, what movies are good and what movies are bad? Does it mean I have to like every single movie ever? This guy, and then Corbin's like, not at all, but you can't comment on the actor's ability unless you've done it before. Bullshit! There's movie critics out there, Roger Ebert and Gene Siskel were some of the best movie critics around. I'd trust them, thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs in the middle. And Dave Meltzer brings up a pretty good point here. I'm sick and tired of the stupid mark. Corbin pretty much threw the stupid mark card out there. Stupid Mark, you never take it a bump. Get in the ring. I'll show you how it's done, stupid Mark. And Meltzer threw out, he goes, by your logic, your boss, Vince McMahon, had no right to judge anyone in the wrestling business until 1998, when he actually got in the ring. Meltzer brings up a good point there. Anybody who says get in the ring and do it, well, Vince McMahon never really got in the ring and had a match until 1998. Eric Bischoff himself never really got into a ring until, 97, 96? He took that powerbomb through the table at Great American Bash 96. So then this guy, Mike Gilbert, gets on there and he refers to Dave Meltzer as Uncle Dave on Twitter. Says, Uncle Dave is more respected in wrestling than you ever will be. And Corbin goes, respected by who? Losers like you with a profile pic in a high school gym indie show. This guy, Mike Gilbert, apparently his Twitter pic is him sitting at an indie show. And then something happened that kind of pissed me off. I'll say it right now. It pissed me off to no end. I want to preface this by saying, Mike Gilbert and anybody else who ever served who is serving in the United States military, thank you for your service. We appreciate you fighting for the right for our freedom. Wouldn't be doing this podcast without you. But this Mike Gilbert throws up a picture on Twitter. Apparently it's him along with like Big Show and R-Truth and Vince McMahon, and the military guys are smiling and holding up a WWE title, and the WWE guys are smiling. And he goes, when I met Vincent during my deployment last year, he didn't think I was a loser. So what makes me a loser? Come on, dude. This is going to get me heat right here. Again, anybody in the military, I respect you. My grandfather was a Marine, for crying out loud. I have relatives who serve this country in the military each and every day of their lives. But to say that Vince didn't think I was a loser during my deployment last year when he came to see me, let's get one thing straight, man. Let's get one thing straight. WWE came and saw you on deployment as a goddamn publicity stunt. Nothing more. He gave you a photo op as a publicity stunt so they can sit there and put a highlight reel together for potential advertisers going, look at all the good shit we do. Hell, every time WWE has ever really held a press conference for mainstream media, they play a sizzle reel at the beginning of the press conference highlighting Connor's cure and Be a Star and the USO with the tribute to the troops. That's all you are to them with this photo, Mike Gilbert, is another fucking clip on their highlight reel. Vince McMahon doesn't know you. He doesn't have an opinion of you. He doesn't think you're a loser. He doesn't know you enough to classify you as a loser or not a loser. You had to, and then he's like, and then Baron Corbin, the thing happens on Tuesday. And then after that, this Mike Gilbert, after Baron Corbin loses his briefcase, goes, I somehow feel like this is my fault. Darn, don't mess with Uncle Dave or a guy who pulls the military card. There you go. That's what you did. You had no better comeback for that indie show comment. So what do? You put a promotional video. That's all this, or photo. That's all this is a publicity photo. You played the military card. Good for you, Mike Gilbert. Enjoy your free tickets to every Raw and SmackDown with your military ID. Enjoy, dude. Play that military card, dude. Play it. Come on. Again, I respect you. Thank you for your service. Thank you for fighting for our freedom. But to sit there and act like, oh, I'm Vince McMahon's buddy. He don't think I'm a loser. It's a publicity stunt, dude. Get over yourself. Get over yourself, man. That's such a. You talk about comebacks. That's a weak comeback. On this guy's podcast, he talks about how Baron Corbin with the indie show comment pissed him off, and that wasn't a huge. That was a shitty comeback. So I gave him a comeback. Yeah, you gave him a comeback. You played your military card, dude. Congratulations, dude. Hope you make 4-star general by next year. Congratulations. Military card. Well played, sir. Well played. And then Meltzer's like, believe me, the military card did him no favors. Let's take away your military card. What would have been your reaction if you hadn't been in the fucking military? Again, you're part of a publicity stunt for the USO and WWE. We put smiles on people's faces. Well, congratulations, Mike Gilbert. They put a smile on your face, kid. They put a smile on your face. I know a lot of people are going to see this as me trashing him for being in the military. It's not. I'm not trashing the fact that he was in the military. I love our United States military. Army, Navy, Marines, Air Force, Coast Guard, all of them. But the fact that you gotta stoop that low. To me, he stooped to a new low with this. He literally, when I met Vince McMahon during my deployment last year, he didn't think I was a loser. Of course not. What is he going to fucking do? Look at you and go, get away from me with your filthy fucking uniform, pal. He's there to make you think that, he's there to thank you for your fucking service. Take a little publicity photo for you, and there you go. That would be like if I fucking, I'll put it to you this way. When I was little, I had my photo taken with Kyle Petty, son of Richard Petty, the race car driver. That would be like me posting my video. If somebody didn't like my opinions on NASCAR, that would be like if I posted that video or that photo from me from when I was like 8 years old with me and Kyle Petty going, Kyle Petty doesn't think I'm a loser. It's a fucking meet and greet. He's getting paid to be happy. It's a fucking meet and greet, dude. You were at a meet and greet. What do you expect them to do? Frown in the photo at your meet and greet? Again, well played military card, sir. Government put a gun in your hand. You played the card. There you go. Thank you for... It's idiots like that to me that just... Again, thank you for your service. Thank you for fucking doing what you do. I'm glad you didn't, I'm glad you made it back safely and that you're able to enjoy pro wrestling. But to me, that was a low fucking blow. And you know what? Out of this, I hope WWE gives the briefcase back to Corbin. I hope they devise a way to give that briefcase back to him. Because in my opinion, regardless of whether this guy has heat or not, backstage, on Twitter, I think this is just a swerve. I think it's a swerve. I think the fact that they don't want you going into SummerSlam expecting a cash in. Okay? This was their way to swerve you and let you know that there may be no surprise cash in during SummerSlam. Now, why I say maybe, it's not, let's think about this. This is WWE fucking logic here. They could easily do a backstage segment at SummerSlam awarding Baron Corbin the briefcase. Saying John Cena was already on the apron when the match started, therefore he already was interfering, therefore they should throw the match out. Boom, it's that simple. Is it the best reason? No. It's WWE's reason, though. They could easily do that. They could easily sit there and say, well, Baron, wasn't a fair match. You get your briefcase back. And then the Tuesday after SummerSlam, Shinsuke's in the fucking ring, and all of a sudden, here comes Baron Corbin, and Baron, I guarantee you, this is the way this may go down. This might just go down this way. I shouldn't say I guarantee you, because there are no guarantees with wrestling, but mark my words, I think Corbin is getting the briefcase back, and they're doing this again just to dig you Smart Mark fans, just to dig us Smart Mark fans, just to fucking put more fucking turds on the fire. Vince McMahon has that thing, think he's gonna zig, then he's gonna zag. Come on. But well played, sir, with your military card. Well played. You got a photo op with Vince. 4 members of the military got a photo op with Vince. So automatically Vince is your best buddy, and Vince doesn't think you're a loser. You're not in Vince's head. You don't know his opinion of you, his real opinion of you. Yeah, he's going to smile and shake your hand when you come up to him. You think Vince McMahon's not going to shake your hand? You think Vince McMahon's going to refuse a member of the U.S. military for an autograph? You think Vince McMahon is going to sit there and call a member of the United States military a loser? No, he's not. Why? Bad publicity. Bad business. If he was to do something like that, it'd be all over social media, it'd be all over your Twitter feeds, and their stock would drop, and he would have to issue a formal apology, and they would lose more fans than what they've already lost since Mania now. So no, Vince McMahon's going to be your buddy, Mike Gilbert. Vince McMahon's going to be your best pal. Why? Publicity. It's all about publicity. Again, not to say you didn't do a good job in Afghanistan. We thank you for your service. You are probably a hell of a nice guy. But to sit there and throw up a video or a photo, I don't know why I keep calling it a video, a photo, and be like, McMahon didn't think I was a loser. That makes you come off as a teetotal idiot. It just really does to me. And then you acknowledge the fact that you played the fucking military card. Yeah, I played the military card. Look at me, ain't I great? Again, congratulations. I hope Baron Corbin gets the fucking briefcase back now, just to tick idiots like this off. I really do. We got this women tournament going up. There's a lot of people online today talking about Ronda Rousey possibly coming into WWE for a match. Here's my thing to this. I only think it's going to be one match only. I think you're going to have maybe the 4 horsewomen versus, 4 horsewomen. I don't think, hell, I'll go as far as to say, if Ronda Rousey does come in, it's not going to be on the main roster. I'll go one step further and say you fans better hope and pray it ain't on the main roster. And the reason why you better hope and pray it ain't on the main roster is because Vince is going to fuck it up if it does happen on the main roster. To me, Shayna Baszler winning this women's tournament is wrong. It's wrong. The only reason why Shayna Baszler is winning this tournament is to get, is to basically do Ronda Rousey a favor. It's to put over one of Ronda Rousey's friends and show good faith and to woo Ronda Rousey into coming in and doing something with the WWE. And to me, that insults all the other hardworking women's wrestlers in this tournament. From people like Mia Yim, Marty Bell, Piper Niven, who goes by Viper, over in the UK. It's wrong to everybody in that tournament who bust their ass week in and week out. Who knows? But to me, who knows? Shayna Baszler, I'm not really too familiar with her. She may go on the indie scene and do matches. If you do, good for her. But let's face it here. Let's be real with ourselves. Let's not be too politically correct here. Be real with yourselves. The only reason why Shayna Baszler's there is to appease Ronda Rousey. Hell, WWE released a Facebook video the night that the tournament went down showing Ronda Rousey arriving to the arena. Looking at Rousey going, Shayna's going to go on third, so make sure the rest of the 4 horsewomen are here. They gave her the red carpet treatment there. They gave her the backstage pass. Something's going to happen. I just don't know what. And nor do I, that's the thing, that's another thing. Nor do I really care. I'd much rather care about other women in this tournament that could actually go on to have more than one match and who can actually work. I'd much rather you develop them and sign some of them instead of just signing, again, another part-timer, another one-shot ratings boost. Because get this, you'll get a fair amount of ratings for the Ronda Rousey thing, but here's the rub. As soon as Ronda Rousey goes away, There go your ratings, right back down to where they are now. It's just a tiny band-aid on an open, bleeding out artery. That's all it is. Asuka has passed a 500-day streak with the NXT Women's Championship. Is she going to lose to Ember Moon this Sunday? I don't think so. And why WWE isn't hyping this more? I'll never know, because to me, this is the best storyline in NXT right now, if not all of WWE. It's probably the best thing they have going for them right now, this winning streak. Hell, I don't want her to lose that title until she hits 2 years. I don't want her to lose to Ember Moon. Hell, didn't these two face each other already? I think it ended in a DQ or something like that. The WWE 2K roster reveal happened over the weekend, over the week on IGN. I think it was Monday or Tuesday when this went up. And I'm trying to see here, trying to get a list. Let's see here. Let's see who's actually in the game. Kurt Angle, of course. On the 16th of August, it was announced that Tozawa, members of the NXT Sanity, which is Alexander Wolf, Eric Young, Nikki Cross, and Callahan, will be making their appearance along with Sawyer Fulton. Also would remark the return of Jinder Mahal as a playable character. They also announced, I think Goldust is going to be in it. They did a big roster reveal yesterday. Go check it out. It's up on YouTube. The Create a Match feature, which is last seen in WWE 2K14, has returned. My Career now allows backstage free roaming, creating alliances and enemies, and fighting styles are also introduced in the My Player Career mode. The new Road to Glory mode enables players to use their My Play character to qualify and compete in events, similar to the one found in WWE Supercard. Universe mode has been improved with a new story system alongside new cutscenes, power rankings, and a goal system. New commentary of Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves. Crowd sound is also improved and will feature authentic crowd chants. New graphics engine, which will enhance the camera system, improves lightings, textures, and character modes. They need to fix the one thing that with these video games, and I think I said it last year with 2K17. They need to fix hair in these video games. And I know hair is like a very modular thing, but ever since WWE SmackDown for the PS1, they have had a deal where hair on these video game characters is stringy. It glitches out of control to where, you know, your character will have a ponytail and the ponytail will just start flapping around in the wind when there is no wind. The collector's edition of this video game has 2 additional playable versions of John Cena. Speaking of John Cena, there's a video or photo that came out when, after the Baron Corbin cash-in thing, one of these little girls in the audience, she had to have been maybe 12 or 13 years old, I'm guessing, is flipping off John Cena right to his face. I love this. And a lot of people are like, look at John Cena laughing at that little girl. If you go back and watch SmackDown, he's not even paying attention to the little girl. He's paying attention to what's happening up in the ring and laughing at Baron Corbin. But to say that John Cena's over with the females and the kids only, well, it's getting to the point where he's not going to be over with anybody at all. Because there's somebody that fits both demographics. She's a kid, and she's a female. And she's flipping off John Cena. Kudos to you, honey. That's all I got to say. I wish there was more of them, more like you. Ric Flair is still in the hospital, still being labeled in critical condition. We send our best out to him. Hope he pulls through this, man. We can't have anything bad happen to Ric Flair. Ric Flair's got to live forever, right? And I mean it. I don't know what I'd do if I read that something bad happened, something else happened to him. That would be a bitter pill to swallow. Very bitter pill to swallow. Tyrus went on Instagram, Twitter, whatever you want to call them, and said that he would not be working for GFW. Let me play this for you if I can. I'll play it for you. See here. And part of me sitting there going, this is a work. But apparently a lot of people are saying it's not. He may have taken this down already. But here you go. Here's what Tyrus has to say.
Today it's my canvas. Well, I've been with Impact for over 3 years now, and 99% of it has been mostly positive, and I've enjoyed my time there. But the last 4 or 5 tapings for me and my fans has been terrible. We've been handcuffed and treated like a second-class citizen creatively. And we've worked too hard to become a crossover star to be treated like we're not. So, I'm not happy creatively the way Impact's been treating me. Been playing phone tag all day with them, and I just ain't got time for it. So, you don't want to use me the way that I think the way I have earned the right to be used? That's cool. I'm about to get my Kaepernick on, and I'm taking a knee. So I will not be at TNA tapings this week because I'm on holdout status. And if you're good with that, cool. If you're not, whatever it is, because I'm not going to be there until I get treated right.
So he pretty much says that I'm taking a knee, I'm doing a Kaepernick. Dude, I'm a crossover star. Yeah, you crossed over from shucking and jiving and dancing like a little idiot to being what exactly on GFW? I'm not being treated like I'm a... Who are you? What are you going to do? Go back to the indie scene, shucking and jiving like you were before TNA picked you up? Give me a break, dude. Give me a break. Well, you're not going to draw money on the indie scene. I mean, you're not one of these guys like let's say this. You know, you're not like a Matt Riddle or a Young Bucks who could go out there and make a living on the indie scene. You may be able to make a living. But let's face it, you're no Matt Riddle. You're not the Young Bucks. There you have it. I mean, just WWE's probably not going to hire you back. And if this is not a work, then you've no-showed a wrestling event. Therefore, you've probably burnt that bridge that is probably not buildable. Enjoy your time on the indies. That's all I'm going to say. Speaking of GFW, Jim Cornette's possibly returning. There's rumors out there about him returning. My question to you guys is he a hypocrite if he does go back? I don't know. Here he has done nothing but bash that company. He bashed Dixie Carter, okay? Whenever he's bashed TNA, he's bashed Dixie Carter in the way Dixie Carter ran it. So if he goes back, he'll be working under Jeff Jarrett, the Fight TV people, Anthem people. So who knows if he goes back? Is he a hypocrite if he goes back? I say it's apples and oranges. It's a different set of circumstances. Do I think he'll go back on a full-time basis? I don't know, man. I have doubts. Then here's somebody posed the question, how long, if he gets hired back, how long before Vince Russo's right behind him and we get a replay of TNA from 10 years ago? I've been playing some Sonic Mania this week. Sonic Mania got released this week. It is very good. There is a bit of a difficulty curve to it because I'm not used to, it's a brand new Sonic game. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I like the remashing of old levels from Sonic 3 and Sonic 2 and even Sonic 1. I like the meshing together of the old with the new. So I did a little bit of a Let's Play here on the channel, or I did a Let's Try on the channel where I played the first level, I think. So go check that out up on the channel. And that's got to do it for me today, guys. I just wanted to do this short little episode here. I believe we're at 30 minutes in. Just wanted to do like a little episode, get my thoughts on stuff that's been happening in the last 24 hours. We got the official, unofficial CWF Mid-Atlantic After Show is up right now. So be sure to go ahead and watch that. CWF FanCon is coming your way October 13th and 14th in Burlington, North Carolina. That's CWF Rumble Weekend. Check out John Filipavage on Twitter. Let him know if you let him know if you plan to attend. And we'll see you down the road. Thank you guys so much for tuning in.